Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the rape of Lucrece, which, content warning, deals with sexual violence towards women, and we're getting pretty close to that part, so you might want to skip this if you're not into hearing about those sorts of things. But if you do want to hear the next couple of stanzas, we're going to take a look at stanzas 25 to 28 today. And where we are in the story, Sextus Tarquinius has made it back to Caladium, and he was greeted and welcomed as a treasured guest, and he and Lucrece stayed up all night talking. But now it's the middle of the night when only bad things tend to happen. And stanza 25 picks up saying, "And now this lustful lord leaped from his bed, throwing his mantle rudely o'er his arm, is madly tossed between desire and dread. The one sweetly flatters, the other feareth harm. But honest fear, bewitched with lust's foul charm, doth too oft betake him to retire, beaten away by brain-sick rude desire. His falchion on a flint he softly smiteth, that from the cold stone sparks of fire do fly, whereat a waxen torch forthwith he lighteth, which must be lodestar to his lustful eye, and to the flame thus speaks advisedly, as from this cold flint I enforce this fire, so Lucrece must I force to my desire." Here, pale with fear, he doth premeditate the dangers of his loathsome enterprise. And in his inward mind he doth debate what following sorrow may on this arise. Then looking scornfully he doth despise his naked armor of still slaughtered lust, and justly thus controls his thoughts unjust. Fair torch, burn out thy light, and lend it not to darken her whose light excelleth thine. And die, unhallowed thoughts, before you blot with your uncleanness that which is divine. Offer pure incense to so pure a shrine. Let fair humanity abhor the deed that spots and stains love's modest snow-white weed. So, this passage, and probably the next couple days worth, or at least until we finish him talking to his flames, reminds me a little bit of the moment in Hamlet when Hamlet catches Claudius in prayer. It feels like this is trying to like give some humanity to Sextus a bit and show that maybe he's not quite the monster that we all expect him to be. You know, he is planning to rape his friend's wife. Like, this is in his mind. But in this moment, he's taking a moment to consider the ramifications of that, which I think is interesting from a couple perspectives. First, from the, trying to make him more human and therefore maybe more relatable, but also because it means he knows how bad the thing that he's about to do is. And then he's going to choose to do it anyway, which is really kind of disturbing. But yeah, the first of these stanzas talks about, he gets up in the middle of the night and he's gonna do this. He's gonna do this, and then he lights a torch and says to the torch, the same way that I ignited you, I need to ignite her lust for me, which is creepy and weird. But then he starts to go back and forth a little bit in his mind, sort of on what this is going to do to his reputation and his future moving forward if he actually does this thing. And he starts to feel a little bad about it, a little sick about it. And he's like, he's like, I just need to stop. I need to stop. I need to get rid of this. But of course, he's not done talking to himself yet. And we will get to hear some more of that in tomorrow's stanzas. So I will see you then. Mwah.